All right, we are here in the super secret hidden suites of JQH Arena with Missouri State junior receiver Jermaine Saffold. Jermaine, thanks for taking the high road. How are you today?
I'm fine, you?
I'm good, man. So no class, got that all taken care of.
Yeah.
So what's the rest of the day entail here on a Wednesday?
Meetings and then practice and then study hall.
Study hall.
Yeah.
Talk about study hall real quick.
Whew, long 2 hours.
Do you guys actually do homework in there, or do you kind of keep your voices down and listen to Drake or something like that?
Sometimes, depends what I got going on. Like, if I got a test, then I'll study. But most of the time, I'm just listening to Drake.
I like that. All right, Jermaine Saffold joining us here. So talk about the Illinois State game. Obviously a tough loss. Have you guys quite recovered from the loss yet?
Yeah, I think it kind of like put everybody like on a big stepping stone. Like that loss, it kind of showed everybody how much this season really means to each other. So it makes everybody work harder. And we came out yesterday at practice and we just showed how much it means to us, and everybody was just going real hard. Yeah. So I think that loss kind of helped us a lot. Like just make us show how much the season really meant to us.
Because a lot of people, of course, the general perception is, wow, Missouri State could make the playoffs, first time in a long time. A lot of people expected you guys to go up, win the game. It doesn't happen. Not saying people are freaking out or panicking, but all of a sudden, they're like, oh no, is this team as good as we thought? How does that make you guys feel?
Like, it kind of like, most of the fans, like, they kind of, there's a lot of people that, like, we'll start losing and they'll start giving up on us and stop coming. But, like, we just basically, as long as we got each other and we just keep pushing each other, that's for real basically all we need. Just each other and just to stay on each other and keep pushing each other.
Do you guys panic at all? I mean, coming off the bus, what were you guys thinking?
We just think, like, we want to win. Yeah. That's all we really want, like, just win or whatever and show everybody what type of team we are, and that we're way better than the past couple of years.
Yeah. All right, Jermaine Saffold joining us here. So your rise up the depth chart is pretty incredible. Well, let's start back. You were at Central Missouri.
Yeah.
And then you end up at your D2 program. You end up here. Now you're Cody Kirby's #1 receiver. Talk about that. Does it seem real to you that something like that's happened?
It's kind of weird, but I mean, like, ever since I was a little kid, I always wanted to play D1 football. So it's like me coming from somewhere little and then being here now. It's just like when I sat out a year, it's just like, man, I want to play, and that's all I want to do is play college football. So it's like I worked. I kept constantly working, just getting with quarterbacks, Cody, everybody, anybody that would possibly throw to me. So I just kept working, and the coaches eventually seen that, and they just gave me a chance.
Yeah. So how did you talk about? You come out of Grandview, you end up at UCM. How did you end up getting there?
They was kind of looking at me out of high school, and so like they gave me an opportunity, and I was redshirted, and I really didn't like it there. So it's
not your choice.
Nuh-uh. So then I called one of my teammates to go here, and he was like, "Well, we need some receivers." So I was like, "All right, tell Coach Boakes about me." And so he told him, and I came up on a little visit, and then I was like, "Mom, I want to go here. I like it." So we got everything together, came here, and then I started practicing, and I just like started working, getting everybody to look at me, and they just gave me my chance.
So they weren't recruiting you. You just came. So you kind of walked on.
Yeah, I did walk on. Came to tryouts, and just I remember the fastest 40, a 4.41, and so I just like I came and I looked at the list. Yeah. And I seen my name at the top, and I was like, I called my mom immediately, like, "Hey, Mom, I made the team." I made the team, so she was just happy, and she was just like, "Well, just keep working." She's like a lot of my motivation too, so she said, "Keep working." And look at me now.
Yeah, Jermaine Saffold joining us. So 4.41. It's no joke. Now, have you always? You're about 6'1", 205, something like that. Have you always been that big?
No, I was real little in high school. I was like 160.
Yeah.
But I was always fast, so that's one thing. I was just always fast, and I just kept running track and stuff. And when I got here, I started lifting weights, just looking at, like, favorite NFL players, like T.O. and Chad Johnson. I'm like, hey, they kind of big. So I started trying to do some of the same things that they were doing, and eventually I just got this size, just kept eating and stuff. So
yeah. How much bigger can you get?
I don't want to get no bigger. I don't want to get no break. I want to keep the speed because that's all I know for real.
We'll talk about that because obviously speed got you in the door. Lots of fast guys all over the place. Talk about your ball skills and how they've improved.
Catching a lot of balls. Me and Coach Chandler, he enforces the receivers to catch so many balls. And, like, last spring, he made us, like, catch, like, over 1,000. Like, we was waking up at 6:30 in the morning and just sitting in the meeting room just throwing the ball back and forth. And then over the summer, like, I got with Cody, I got with Trevor and Tim. Mm-hmm. Tim Williams, he threw a lot of balls to me. And I just, like, at nighttime I wanted to throw. In the morning I wanted to throw. So it's just like I caught a lot of balls, me and my teammates. So, yeah, it was just always about catching so many passes and just getting a feel of the ball. And that really helped a lot.
Yeah. Is it like basketball? You know, you always hear basketball, oh, well, I put in 5,000 shots a day. I mean, is it kind of similar with catching the ball that way?
Yeah, it's kind of similar. Like you're not going to have the best jump shot if you don't work on it. Mm-hmm. So, like, you're not going to get a good feel for the ball, and you're not going to, like, catch a lot of balls if you don't work at it. Like, you can't be the best at something if you don't work at it. So, yeah, I feel that it's kind of similar.
The Missouri Valley, the conference in general, is ridiculously tough. It seems like all the teams are ranked. You know, you guys didn't get any votes in the latest rankings. You're 2-2. What do you guys see happening? Are you guys going to actually be able to make that playoff push, you think?
Oh, yeah, I think we can go. I think we can go 8 straight. And us not getting any votes, I think that's helping us. Like, I feel that it's always better being an underdog because you can come in, like, you have nobody on your side and you can just prove the world wrong. Mm-hmm. So I think that helps a lot.
Yeah. All right, Jermaine Saffold joining us here. Now, good old Kansas City guy. You got to be excited about the Chiefs. Oh. Or are you? Or you? No, you're not a Chiefs guy.
I don't like the Chiefs.
You don't?
Nuh-uh.
Okay, all right. So who's your team instead?
The Saints.
The Saints?
Yeah.
All right. So you bandwagon guy or always been?
I've been liking the Saints since Reggie Bush and Marcus Coates.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. No Chiefs love though.
Nuh-uh.
Okay. And no bandwagon jumping after the fact.
Nuh-uh.
That's interesting. We talked about you know, you like a team and then bandwagon jumping. We talked about that, so that's good. You're abiding by what we say. It's kind of stick with your team. I like that. I like that. So, what kind of personal goals did you set for yourself this season? I mean, you kind of thought maybe you got a chance to be this number one guy, the top receiver. Clay Harbor's gone, but what exactly, you know, what are your goals?
Like, my goal is kind of just like I want to be like the leading receiver every game or whatever. Like, I didn't get no honors last year, so that kind of hurt. Even though it was my first year playing, I was like, okay, well, I wanted to be where I'm getting this, I'm getting that. So it's like I'm gonna work. So I just kept working. I start writing goals on papers. Like, I want to do this game, I want to do that game, and just try to achieve everything that I work for.
How you doing so far on that list?
I'm close.
Yeah.
Like, one of my goals is try to get at least 100 yards a game. And it's like, first game I had 67. The second game against K-State, I reached the goal and beyond. And then this third game, I was kind of close. I was real close, 73. So it's like I'm on the track, right?
Yeah, I mean you're close.
Yeah,
you're close, right? All right, Jermaine Saffold joining us here. Last question that I guess I'll ask: what do we need to, about Youngstown State coming in? No one expected them. They're picked kind of in the bottom half. All of a sudden, they get a big win. Now they're ranked. Here you guys are in this weird underdog spot again. What's going to happen this weekend?
I think we're just gonna come out and keep the same thing. Just everybody just wants to go hard, and so like us being an underdog, I think that's kind of where we're best at. Us being an underdog, so it pushes us like we don't have nobody on our side but each other. So let's go out there and do what we do best. And I think that's really gonna help us a lot, us being an underdog.
Very good. Jermaine Saffold, Missouri State's #1 receiver, joining us. Jermaine, thanks for the time, man. Appreciate the interview.